us online at magusbooks.com.
Greg Bakun here. I love historic tours of Minneapolis and seeing everything it has to offer. But if you know me, I like to include a little spooky in my tours, which is why I found the perfect combination. Minneapolis Trolley Tours does this amazing candlelight ghost tour that you have to check out. It's an extremely immersive experience. It's a trolley trip that starts out at a haunted mansion, traveling around Minneapolis locations, exposing ghost stories that the public and business owners would rather left untold. Then a tour of the aforementioned haunted mansion where ghosts of past residents from the 1800s reside, plus a lot of surprises to discover. Next, experience Gertrude's After Hours. Did I mention Gertrude is the mansion's most famous ghost? Maybe she'll show up. And you finish up the tour at Gertrude's Lounge in the haunted basement of the mansion with refreshments and Q&A. The trolleys are climate controlled and the mansion is restored to perfection. Check out MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for more information.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Brett Johnson. Look for showers and storms tonight with a low around 59, Thursday sunny with a high near 68, and Friday sunny with a high near 67. Join Ellen DeGeneres live at the Orpheum Theater for her farewell stand-up tour, Ellen's Last Stand Up, on August 15th, 16th, and 17th. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. And don't forget to listen to the Matt McNeil Show this week for a chance to win free tickets.
Portions of the following program may be pre-recorded.
The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host, guest, random reptoid, or chupacabra may not necessarily reflect those of AM 950 Radio, its affiliates, or its sponsors. Now, it's time to step into the unknown. There are things people experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in the corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us. Share your story, share your experience, because this isn't just your story. This is our story. This is GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun.
And this is GhostBox Radio on AM 950, where every night we talk about the paranormal, ufology, Bigfoot, and so much more. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you for joining us on this One Question Reading Wednesday. How very exciting. Before we get to anything going on here, first going to go over to Eden Prairie and say hello to Mr. Adam. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, Greg, and can't wait for tonight for the dump button special. That is a one question reading
Right.
with Refined Divine.
Right. And it's kind of we'll see how it goes, right? We'll see how it goes. I mean, luckily I am not legally reliant on responsible for what happens, unlike the board operator. I didn't know if you knew that. So
Right. So your hands are completely washed of anything, any chicanery that may happen over the airwaves. So yeah, but like most hosts, you do get out, unscathed, and I'm the replaceable one.
Hey,
By the way, off air, you called me the producer. Thank you so very much. Instead of
that was a mistake.
I do yeah, okay.
Yeah, that
okay.
was
I
a
didn't think you were
huge,
going to be that nice.
huge misunderstanding there. I've had a couple, so that's probably how that happened.
Speaking of which, how did Billy's go? You were out there earlier this evening.
It was surprisingly well attended, and I say that because we didn't. Well, we meaning Greg did not promote it very much. So it just one of those things that came up is the second anniversary of us doing the Ghost Stories and Beyond. This iteration of it, Shar had done it previously with her paranormal group, but we started it up back in 2 years ago, obviously, and we had this really good conversation going. And I mentioned it last night on the program that I did this interview that's going to air Tuesday with Kathleen Martin, who about the Betty and Barney abduction from 1961, and that was our basis for the conversation, and it carried us all throughout the night. So it was a lot of fun. It was thank you to everyone who came out. Thank you for supporting us and having fun. It was a good night. You were missed, but I know that you have plenty going on in your world. So
yeah, unfortunately I got a place to be before I have to be here for the show, but I was there in spirit, no pun intended. But yeah, I've been to one of them, and I definitely do want to go back. It is the first Monday of every month, or first Wednesday of every month. Excuse me. Today isn't Monday, is it?
Well, not even close. Funny
No,
enough.
no.
Not even really.
This is how my week
remotely.
has gone, ladies and gentlemen.
I hear you. I mean, I was last night when I did the show. I lived in confusion. I really was like, "What's this button do?" You know, it's one of those weird nights. I don't know. I pressed it and I heard an explosion further down the street. So I really don't know what it was. But
Wrong red button. Okay,
wrong red button.
Happens a lot. That's what happened to Dan here. I hit the wrong red button one day.
no more Dan.
No more Dan.
So we got one question readings tonight, and who else are we going to bring in for that other than psychic medium refined divine? Deb is with us tonight. And Deb, hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Greg. I'm excited for tonight.
Were you just kind of sitting there like, and are we going to get to me? Are we going to eventually get to the portion of the show? I mean, apparently we've kept you up late enough already based on how you'd like to just arbitrarily move the show to whenever it fits your personal needs. So, you know, that's
10 o'clock is actually really late for me, Greg. I am doing this for our show and our guests.
That's right. No,
10 o'clock is really late. I usually am in bed by 8 or 9 o'clock. I know that's hard to believe, but it's so true.
But don't you also wake up like at the crack of dawn?
I do. I love the sunrise. Yep.
Well, I mean, I do too. It doesn't mean I have to see it. I mean, I can hear about it, you know, through other people. That's fine by me. We're doing one question readings tonight, and I know most of you are very well aware what that means. But what this is about is that an opportunity. Is there a question on your mind? First of all, I want to say keep it light. Okay, I don't want to be having to get people too far down with like unsolved murders and cases and stuff like that. It's meant to be more light. If you want a full-on reading with Deb, you can certainly go to refinedivinepsychic.com and get that figured out and get a reading going. I've had a couple people since the last time she was on go and check out the site, and hopefully they signed up for readings because that would be fantastic, because what you're going to get tonight is just a snapshot of what a full reading could look like. And once again, there are tons of different types of readings that you can do with her. So depending on your budget, depending on what you're looking for, there is something that's going to fit you. Okay. And also there are retreats on there. There is also classes as well. So there's a lot of great stuff there. And Melissa says, we're just going to jump around here because that's what we're doing on, Refined Divine Wednesday night. Her classes are amazing. Love classes. So please consider that. So once again, keep it light. We're not talking politics. We're not talking medical. We are just, if you have questions about finances, questions about love, if you have questions about, someone who passed that is just like, you just want to, see if they're, want to communicate, whatever, but just keep it light. You can put it into the comments. To get to the front of line, you can call in 952-946-6205. That's 952-946-6205. I know that we have a caller, but before we take our first caller, I also want to make sure that people have time to start putting their questions in. I just want to promote something here real fast because I've been I'm very honored to be asked to take part in this, and it's on August 18th. It's going to be over at the Eagles Club in Rochester, Minnesota, Refined Divine Psychic and Holistic Healing Fair. Apart from some truly amazing people, and I had the absolute pleasure, and so did Adam, to meet Will, who is one of the speakers there. And there's going to be a lot of people I haven't met before. This is going to be in Rochester on August 18th. And you get to go see Refined Divine. She's going to be doing a gallery at noon. I'm going to be speaking at 1:30, and which I can't imagine why anyone else would want to go for anything other than that, right? No, I'm just kidding. It's going to be a lot of fun though, and free gift bags to the first 40 people. So come early. It's going to be a lot of fun. So Deb, thank you so much for including me with that. That is absolutely so cool.
It's going to be great. I believe that you're going to bring a lot to the fair, and a lot of people need what you have and the services that you offer. And so we're always looking for different modalities. So if anybody out there that's listening, vend something, or you have a healing modality that you're great at, also please reach out to me, because we're going to be doing some other shows this fall. We also have one coming up in Marshfield, Wisconsin. And so throughout the fall, we're going to be trying to put together some practices of healing modalities and just really bring the light and bring knowledge to different places all over. We're looking at Iowa, Minnesota, Chicago, all the things.
That is absolutely it's absolutely cool. And Laura says, jumps once again, jumping around. I'm assuming that means Ohio. Oh, I like it when it comes in Ohio. Do you go out to Ohio?
Ohio, we went to Ohio, Dave?
Well, Michigan.
We were Michigan?
Close. We were close.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were close, but never actually in Ohio.
But
We've been through it.
We're working on it.
Does that count? Hey, you know what? Do a traveling, like when people say traveling, holistic fair, they think, oh, you're just moving place to place. No, the trailer is driving down the highway and people have to try to get in somehow. Have you thought
Catch
of
us
that?
if you can.
Yeah, catch us if you can. Yeah. So enough of us talking. Let's do some readings here. Once again, put your comments or questions in the comments on the Facebook Live. You're going to get to us much quicker if you call in 952-946-6205. And to prove that this isn't as scary as it might sound, we go to Carrie right now. Hi, Carrie. Welcome to GhostBox Radio. Do you have a question for Deb?
I do. So I'm kind of like a moth, like draw people in, like moth to the flame kind of thing. People, animals that need help. I could be grocery store, home, the woods, doesn't matter. How do you you want to help, but you can't help everything and everyone. Like sometimes it gets so overwhelming, I guess, where you almost like catch yourself like holding your breath. Like, is there a way to like dim that, or like is there a reason? I mean, it's constant, like all this you be driving and there they are, like always in your path, animals and people, but sometimes it's a lot.
And so, Carrie, this is what's happening. This is what they're talking to us about. Your guides are talking to us about that you keep getting, it keeps being put in your face and it keeps being in your reality because you have so much to offer. You have so much inside of you. You have this beacon of light that just shines. And the reason why they keep coming to you is because that beacon is up and it's like, we're here, we're gifted, come on in, we can help you. You have a heart that really does heal. Like you feel so passionate for people that your tears literally will fall from your face just talking to them.
Yeah.
They talk to us about how your heart feels their pain. And so when we have people like that in front of us and we're experiencing and having a hard time, we are so drawn to people like you because you're there to help us process and move through. And so they're saying to us that the reason why this keeps getting thrown and thrown and thrown everywhere you go is because you're not following the call.
Okay. So how do you follow the call?
So when somebody is in front of you, it is divine destiny. There's a reason. There's always a rhyme for the reason. There's always a divine intervention happening. When somebody comes to you with their heartfelt problem and they're in time of sorrow or need, the reason why you're in their space is because they spirit has directly put you there so that you can help them. And how do we help them best? By loving them unconditionally, which you're very good at. You understand and have the understanding they're talking to me about, that you have the understanding of what unconditional love is. And a lot of humans that walk this plane do not understand. And so one of the main reasons why you were put here, and they're so pushful and forceful about this, is that because you have the ability to love them just as they are.
Okay. So just keep letting it happen, basically, right?
Well, it's more than letting it happen. It's about when they come into your space, connecting with them, allowing them to say their story, allowing them to be who they are, and giving them the love that they're searching so desperately for. Because when your beacon is lit like that, that is a direct connection to the other side, and you yourself receive messages. Do you know how when you're talking to somebody and you're helping them, and all this genius just flies out your mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's the other side. They're assisting you at all times. And so I was just allowing that flow to come through your heart when you're speaking to people so that they can hear what they need to hear so they can move from that dark space that they're currently in. And this is also with animals, not just with humans.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's animals too. So,
Yeah,
you
everything
know,
is in a I'll understand this is for everybody. Understand that everybody is consistently in a flux, that we are never at the highest of the high energies and we're never at the lowest of low energies, but we do peak and fall. And so in that peaking and falling, knowing that there's always people there to assist us and we're always all assisting each other and all of us play a role in our lives. And one of your roles here is to help guide people back into feeling okay and feeling safe.
okay.
Now,
Okay.
Thank you.
now, Carrie,
Yeah.
hold on. If you want to stay on for a second, I have a question. Actually, Deb, you know, when Carrie and others are feeling that sort of like, you know, you're getting people coming up to them and stuff. I mean, that takes a lot of energy off of the person who is getting those, you know, getting those messages from people. Do you recommend at all for, you know, Carrie to learn how to shut that off sometimes so it's not
Oh
always?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. If it's turned on all the time, you're going to be completely drained. There's going to be none of you
Yeah.
left of you to function during life. And so I do
Mhm.
give classes on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we do
Mhm.
talk about energy and reserving of energy and all the things. But understand that when you're inside of yourself, Carrie, do you know what we say when we say inside of yourself?
Uh-uh.
No. Okay. So do you know, have you meditated at all?
You know, I have a hard time. I'm always like something always catches my attention. So, but I have done the breathing that you were talking about,
Okay,
like the
because
breathe.
that's
Like I
so
try
that
to.
right there is meditation. So doing that
Okay.
3 to 6 times in a row and going down inside of yourself and focusing on yourself. I tell people to focus on their own hearts and just
Uh-huh.
settle there is the first step in going inside of self and shutting off. And so when we're inside of self, we'll always shut down all exterior channeling or exterior forces pulling on us because we won't be seen. The beacon is now down inside of ourselves. So when we focus in, it takes that light that shines out and puts it back inside. Because when we're always shining, even when we're drained, people are still going to come and want our help.
Yeah. Yeah. But it gets tiring. Sometimes we're like, well, I can't even catch my breath yet. Like,
And
you
and
know.
so focusing on the inside instead of exterior. So a lot less of looking outside to see what's happening on the outside and paying attention to what's
Mhm.
inside. Um,
Okay.
Greg's really good at it. Greg, what do you suggest?
I mean, it's just, and here's the funny thing about it, and not a ha 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 funny, is that because when you're talking about that, sometimes too, if you ever notice going to like a grocery store or something, and that you are suddenly it feels like everybody is in your way, like they're cutting you off, they're walking, you know, you're going to hit their cart with your cart, they're just like you're a magnet, and they're just like getting around you. There's that energy attraction as well. So when it comes to that, and when it comes to anything else, I imagine for myself personally, I imagine walls. And I imagine the walls going up, these energetic walls. And I've had extraordinarily success with that, where I've at one time shut down a whole hotel because I put up walls to stop whatever was in the room that was scaring the person I was with. And then we walked around the hotel, and this was in Bisbee, Arizona. And we're walking around. It's like, boy, it just feels so much nicer in here in general, because it was just kind of like, and I'm like, I shut the whole thing down. I'm almost positive I've done that. And so,
Yeah.
you know, Carrie, I would recommend, you know, it's a part of your regular grounding, but I imagine, like, you know, I do believe in the walls. I also just put out there into the universe, like, you know, sometimes I'll just be like, today I'm invisible, and
Oh,
I am just I'm just, you know, I want to help people, I want to be for people, but I just need to make these, you know, take this, you know, trip to the grocery store, run these errands, whatever
right.
else. I just need this time for myself, and I will open myself up later. And it's just, I mean, it's amazing how verbalizing what you want to do, just verbalizing it, but think about it when you do it, how far that will take you.
Right. I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to try
it
that.
manifests almost instantaneously.
Yeah.
You think it, you say it, and then you act on it, and it manifests. And so always be careful about how we're shutting things down, Greg.
Because you gotta, and also open them back up.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it was about 3 months later. I'm sitting at home here. I'm like, I never opened up Bisbee again. So I did that. So yeah, it was really interesting. And yeah, I mean that's just it. You just really want to you just want to really verbalize and there's times I'll go to the grocery store and I'll be like, oops, I forgot to do it because here I am. There's just people who just like are in my way, and that's one of my biggest pet peeves in the world. They're just walking in front of me super slow and stuff. And like, get out of the way,
Greg, the universe doesn't hear yes or no. It only hears your attention on.
I know.
So if we have that attention on those naggy people, we're gonna pull in those naggy people.
Absolutely. That's why you have to be very careful. You have to, like you said, you have to really verbalize and be very clear, and it's good. Carrie, thank you so very much.
Yeah, well, thank you guys very much. Have a great night.
You too. Thank you. And once again, folks, all the stuff we're talking about, and I'm not sure if D in the comments, you said, sorry, lost you. Let us know what's not making sense, but also make sure you go over to refinedivinepsychic.com. Sometimes the class is just going to be easier, and take it and learn, and then you can expound upon it. Wouldn't you agree, Deb?
Yes. And Greg, we have this great subscription program that we have like 10 to 15 people on now, where they actually just do the subscription. You don't even have to be in person or live or attend the Zooms. My classes are right there in the cloud, and the last 3.5 years of classes, 2 times a week for 3.5 years. I don't even know how many classes that is. It's a lot. Totally accessible at any point in time once you're on that subscription. And so it's not even that you have to be available at 7 o'clock on a Monday or Wednesday. You literally can just go on my website and subscribe and have access to all my meditations, my classes, and everything. So it's a really great.
That's amazing. Now, Dee said, like earlier, she said, sorry, lost you. And I thought that we're talking so deep and profound concepts. And then she put up another comment, and she goes, my tablet lost my Wi-Fi signal. So she didn't lose us in conversation. She just lost connection. So, all righty. Why don't we do this? Let's take our first break. When we come back, we got a lot of people in the comments that we need to get to. You can call in. We'd love to hear your voice. We have Psychic Medium, Refined Divine. We're doing one question readings tonight. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950.
We know you value buying local, especially when it comes to your magical supplies. So if you're looking for grimoires, decks, jewelry, candles, or herbs that are locally sourced, then come on down to Megas Books and Herbs. Curated for your ritual, ceremonial, spiritual, and spellwork needs, we've got all the tools to make your working extra. So make that prosperity ritual one that keeps on giving by visiting us at 1848 Central Avenue Northeast in Minneapolis, or visit us online at megasbooks.com.
Reach your highest level of consciousness and well-being with metamorphosisconnections.com. Metamorphosisconnections.com is an online directory of the best holistic and metaphysical practitioners to help you make your most informed choices. You can search metamorphosisconnections.com for classes, events, wellness and life coaches, plus metaphysical products and shops. You can also search for a wide array of healers from all modalities, including EFT, sound healing, energy healing, light therapy, ancestral healing, shamanic healing, reflexology, past life regressions, hypnotherapy, yoga, and more. And if you're not sure where to start, the search feature on metamorphosisconnections.com is tailored to help both those who know what they are looking for and those who are just starting. Come explore the possibilities for your higher self by visiting metamorphosisconnections.com. Their experienced practitioners can guide both beginners and those that are already on their spiritual journey. That's metamorphosisconnection.com, your link to direct you on your spiritual transformation.
Have you ever met someone who not only can help you on a deep spiritual level, but also potentially change your life? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who travels the nation and lives right here in the Midwest. And she offers mediumship, mentorship, house and business parties, energy healing, palm readings, and so much more. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
Hi, this is Psychic Medium Deb. I cannot wait to hear from you. You can go to refinedivinepsychic.com.
And welcome back to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you very much for joining me on this One Question Reading Wednesday. We have Psychic Medium, Refined Divine. As I always say, if you would like to get a reading from her, which is a more full reading, and there's different options for readings, or if you want to check out the classes, we were just talking about that in the last segment, or if you want to check out her retreats or check out all three and much more, go to refinedivinepsychic.com. Once again, that is refinedivinepsychic.com, and check out everything that she offers there. Now, we also have, let's see here. D says, may I please call in? You do not need our permission to call in. You can just call in 952-946-6205, 952-946-6205. We'd love to hear your voice. Please call in. But while we're waiting for you, I'm seeing who else is over here. Well, I see that Annette has a question, but then later on she says, what does she say here? She's basically like, later, y'all. Okay, well, you don't get your question read. You got to stick around. It's you got to stick around because Deb is always going to be asking questions. Even if you're in comments, you're going to get a question back for clarification. So Annette, if you're still with us, please, let us know and we can answer your question. Here's one I wanted to get to though. Stacy says, hi, Greg and Deb. No word on Adam or Dave whatsoever, and I'm okay with that. Let's see here. My sister's dog, Leon, has some behavioral issues. Is there anything she can do to help him be happier?
So when I look into his energy, it feels like it's a dominance issue. Like he feels like he needs to protect her. And so when a dog feels like it needs to protect its owner, it's going to misbehave when anybody else is around the owner. And that's what I feel like is what's happening with him, because it's like he feels like he's nervous and the nervousness is causing naughty behavior, but it's not really their fault because it just feels like there's so much instability. And so the best thing that I could say that could happen is there's a dog trainer out of Madison. She's so wonderful. Dave, what's her name?
I can.
Do you remember? Okay. I can
Dave
get
had
into
one
Greg.
moment to shine. Dave had one moment to
Yeah, there you
shine.
go. There it was, Dave. So I can get it to Greg or she can contact me on Refined Divine. But she does 1 hour and teaches you. And I had so much success with her. And she also does animal Reiki healing. And I really feel like a good dog training would be very beneficial in this, because sometimes it's not just spiritual, it has to be physical. And so with this, it feels like the dog needs to know it's not in control, so it feels more safe.
There you go. Stacy, I hope that helps there. And let us know if there's if that was on the right path or anything. I'm looking through the comments here. Laura, I do see you. And okay, and Stacy says, thank you so much. She lives near Madison. Okay.
Perfect.
There you go. Laura, she says, do you see my comments? I'm all alone in the comments. We do, and I see that you're looking for a reading, but I think, Deb, you like to have something that's like a question at least, though, right? You want something to kind of go off of. So we're asking, can you let us know in terms of a reading that you would want, but we need a question, not we. Deb.
One
Deb
question.
would like one. Deb would like a question.
Yeah, because we're just doing one question reading, so that way it's just easy and direct, and we can move to the next person. And because these aren't full readings, guys, these are just a little bit to help you on your way. And so we just ask that you just directly go right for what you need your answer for, and we can get it for you, and then we can move on.
Now, I want to. There's something here from Tracy in the comments. You're up next, Tracy. But Laura did ask too. She was curious, and maybe this is a good time to quickly talk about it. What kind of readings can I get from you? Because she has lots of questions, I guess, and there's different types of readings that you offer based on a lot of different things.
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, it's length of time. And some people aren't very good with even like talking one-on-one with me. So they'll do written questions. And so written questions to me is only $45. And you just purchase that on our website or send Refined Divine a message. Next, we do length of time. And so a psychic medium reading, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45, and it goes up to an hour. And then I do path life regression appointments. I also do mirror reflection appointments. It's all out there on my website, guys. You go out there and take a look, and we can help you in any way, shape, or form. And if I can't help you, I'll find the healer that can. That's one of the things about me is that sometimes I'm okay with saying, you know what, maybe you should go talk to Greg. I'm not a house hunter. Like there's other people out there that can help you. If I can't, I'll also help you find the person that can.
Do you ever send them to the mouse whisperer that lives in your house, or?
Well, do you know that he actually just caught a baby mouse? That's what the whole ruckus on my face was a little bit ago. Is that he finally caught the mouse, and so now Dave has a baby mouse.
Humane. We're humane here at Refined Divine.
We're humane here at Refined Divine. We're also apparently mouse whisperers.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Dee says, I'm a very old soul, had many lives. Well, we're still waiting for your call, Dee. If you're old.
That way, here it is.
Yep. The old soul meant that you probably knew Alexander Graham Bell. Just give us a call, right? I mean, that's
that's right. Give us a call and we'll talk all about it.
952-946-6205. Let's see here. Tracy, I promised to do Tracy. I just can't seem to have things line up. I keep being told for the past almost year to keep floating and good things are coming. Anything you pick up.
When we get stuck in a pattern and when our patterns keep repeating and it seems like we don't ever have that evolution or that next best thing or something new to us that we're looking for, that gratification in our heart, that desired feeling. When that doesn't happen for us and we continuously just keep living that same life, it's almost like Groundhog's Day. When I look into your energy, they say to us, remember that you have to pick different patterns for different results. We can't keep doing the same thing every day and expect different results to happen. And so we say to you, remember gratitude for attitude. Attitude is gratitude. Remember that when we're positive about things and we move more in a positive direction, we'll get more positive things pulled towards us. When we talk about law of attraction, we have to remember to be in the positive mindset. That being said, once you get there, I really see things do lining up for you. With the flow of things, I would get out of that mentality because really you make your life. You choose your thoughts, you choose your actions, you choose your emotions. It's you that creates your life for you. And so in manifestation, we always talk about knowing and setting what intentions you want to have happen. So I'm not really a go with the flow kind of girl. I'm going to make my life. This is my story and this is how I'm creating it. And I really, really invite you to, check it out because I'm telling you, it's life changing once you step into that reality.
Now, Tracy has put in there. Let's see here. I've been choosing different paths. I don't do Groundhog's Day. I don't do Groundhog.
She said she's choosing different paths. It doesn't do Groundhog's Day, but but what we're saying is that the same mentality is there. The same pattern is there. Even though we choose a different path, we're still living the same result.
Yeah. Well, and don't you think too, some of the problems that is, when it comes to this sort of thing is that it's hard to get out of that rut that has nothing to do with psychic energy or anything, but the rut of constantly not having things go your way. And for people, like, I'm always one to be like, you got to be positive. I think someone would want to like kick me in the stomach, if I say it when they're having a crappy year, they're having a crappy few years. It's easy for someone that doesn't know you to say, hey, you just got to be positive, let it happen. But at the same time, you have to have a better, and I don't mean Tracy per se, but I mean people in these situations have to have a better outlook, and they have to be like, there's people I know who I really care about, and they'll be like, how are you doing? And it's like, it's the same old crap always happening to me. Yeah, because you don't have a better mindset.
Yes. And remember that your mindset creates the reality. And then our words are like magical little spells. Everything we say creates something. And then our actions say to the universe, this is me, watch me, this is what I'm doing. And so we have to make sure that we're changing our mindset. Even though we choose a different path, we also want to change our mindset about it. We don't want to have the same mindset.
Now, Tracy, also, and I feel bad, Tracy, because I understand there's a struggle here. You're saying absolutely not. I disagree. And I do wonder. And then she adds, the positive is there. The rut is there. The outlook is further down the road. My mindset is to do great things. I mean, I'm not going to get into I don't even want to say argument, but even a debate about this. This isn't really the place. I mean, you know better than I do and Deb does, but I mean, maybe this is something where you have a more of a longer conversation with Deb about it. If if you're feeling like she's getting on the right track or something, because I think we all could be going back and forth for hours. You just got to do this. I'm doing that. Well, you got to do this. I'm doing that. That sort of thing. So, and I don't mean to sound.
These are your guides. And so understand that when we have one perception of something, there's something we're missing. So this is your energy field talking to me. So even though you feel like you are doing it, I do invite you just to take a deep breath and look at it, because that is coming right off of your energy field, what I was reading.
And I do hope, Tracy, because I hope I'm not coming across as aggressive towards your problem. I just hope that you're able to get where you want to go, because I've been there, and I've been there as recently as last year. So my heart goes out and hope that you find, and hopefully you consider reaching out to Deb and maybe having a conversation about it as well. So with that being said, let's see, where are we time wise? Let's do an early break because we have a couple people on the line here. We have coming up in line here, we have Dee, who called in. We also have Carol. You both are patiently waiting. I do appreciate it. Why don't we get to you after the break? We'll take a quick break now. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950.
If you own a holistic or metaphysical business and are looking to expand, then you need to be listed on metamorphosisconnections.com. It's a network where you can grow with like-minded practitioners and reach new clients. Metamorphosisconnections.com is an online directory you need to list yourself and your business. Our platform makes it easy for you to create listings of your products and services, and you can also choose to list your classes, events, and so much more. Metamorphosisconnections.com helps you create weekly and monthly promotional ads targeted towards your potential clients and promotes them for you via social media and newsletter. There are clients searching for your specialty right now. Let us help them find you. Start your listing today so you can share your own unique gifts and talents by finding the level of membership that best fits your needs. Let us help you reach your clients that are searching for what you do. Visit metamorphosisconnections.com and sign up today.
This is Chad, owner of AM 950. Recently, I had a large order of custom designed t-shirts that needed to be turned around in a hurry. I knew exactly who to call, Grady Gear Company. Grady Gear Company is a local company that handles large and small custom clothing and apparel orders. I had a lot of questions from color, shirt quality, and what sizes we needed. Grady Gear Company was great to work with. They got us what we needed on time, and now everybody's looking great around the station in their new gear. Start your order at GradyGearCo.com.
Greg Bakun here. I've told you about the out-of-the-world roast beef sandwiches at Maverick's Real Roast Beef, but I haven't told you about their Philly steak sandwiches, turkey bacon avocado sandwich, BLT, crispy chicken, fish sandwiches, brisket, or pulled pork. Okay, you get the idea. They make a lot of delicious food to the same standard as their famous roast beef sandwiches, and now I'm starving. I'm going to go to Maverick's Real Roast Beef off Lexington and Roseville, and you need to go too. Check out their menu at mavericksbeef.com. Are you one of thousands of individuals who know you have psychic abilities but don't know how to tap into your higher self? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who offers classes that can help you reach your goals. Refined Divine holds classes Monday and Thursday at her 2 locations and via Zoom. Classes consist of manifestation, learning psychic abilities, shadow work, and healing trauma. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
This is Psychic Medium Deb. You can go to refineddivinepsychic.com.
And join me tomorrow. We're going to be doing a replay for GhostBox Radio. It's Thursday. We always do. But I do invite you to join us on my Facebook page, GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun. Tomorrow at 9 p.m., I join a panel of seasoned paranormal investigators and mediums with a program we call Myth or Mystery, where we look at a bunch of videos and we decide whether or not they are paranormal or not. And not only that, it's we do voting with the audience, so the audience can vote on the videos as well. We do trivia where people can win prizes. It's a lot of fun. It's really pretty cool to do. And tomorrow we're looking at a couple videos, haunted cornfield and also black-eyed kids. So it's going to be really cool. You can catch that tomorrow here on Facebook on my GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun page, and it's going to be really good. We are talking with psychic medium Refined Divine. We're doing one question readings tonight. Very exciting. And you know, so we got some folks on the phone here. Dee, it sounds like that you had left us. Feel free to call back in. I don't know if you got just a bad line or you just hung up, but sometimes we do ask people to wait, unfortunately, because it's just how it is and it's busy. But we do have Carol on the line. And just a reminder, folks, call in 952-946-6205. And with that, let's get Carol on. Carol, how are you doing tonight?
Great. Hi, Greg. Hi, Deb. My question was, it was my husband and I, it would have been our 51st wedding anniversary on August 4th. He passed away like 14 years ago. And my family surprised me. The grandkids that are older now and their families, they picked me up and brought me out for dinner. And we had an empty chair there for Ron, who was the head of our family, great man. Was he there? Is there?
You're muted, Deb.
Hi, Carol.
Oh, hi.
Did he used to always have the fish?
Did he what?
Did he always used to order the fish?
He has ordered fish. Yeah, he was not always, but yeah, he would order fish. He loves fish.
But, yeah, he liked fish because he's like chuckling about the fish. I don't know. There's something he's like, talk about the fish.
Well, he loves fishing. We were at a pizza place at a Broadway Pizza.
Oh, got it. But normally you guys would go somewhere where you would eat fish or more like stuff like that, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He wanted to pick the pizza place.
Yeah,
but yes, he says he was there. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, was there some pictures that were shared there?
What's funny is I was just going to say I had brought a picture of him. He was always the griller, that always grilled, and just the life of the party kind of fun guy.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
I brought a picture with me before I left. I said, I'm going to bring you with. I'll put you in my purse. And I was going to set it up by his chair, and I never took it out of my purse until after we got home. And I went, "Oh darn! I didn't bring you out. I'm sorry."
That he says, tell her that she brought the picture. She'll know that I was there. She'll know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
It's always good to hear your voice. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. That was special. Bye.
Alrighty. We're going to move things along here because we're in our last segment. And Dee is back. We've been waiting for Dee to come back, and Dee is back. Dee, how are you doing tonight?
Okay, I guess. My tablet keeps going in and out, and I keep losing you. And I just have a lot of health issues. And I'm on a walker now. In the past March, had a lot of TIAs, and I'm very stressful about when you make an appointment with the doctor and they make me switch off to other doctors, and now I'm back to square one. And now I had a procedure the other day on Monday, and my back is hurting bad. Today, my legs are swelled up.
I'm sorry to hear that. Do you have a question for Deb?
Yeah, can you tell me what's going on? I'm just stressful, and my mom's in heaven. I don't feel like anybody's around me.
Well, first of all, honey, understand that I don't answer medical questions, but I can tell you that a lot of this distress is because you aren't living a happy life. Do you understand what I say when I say that? That you need to find more things that bring you joy right now. Because right now we're really super focused on, they talk to us about how you're super focused on all of the negative or all the bad stuff that is around you. You know, there's some TV shows that you really like to watch. Is MASH one of them?
MASH?
Yeah.
I don't have cable, but my mom used to.
Okay,
And
because I
used to
can
watch that with
I
her.
can hear the beginning intro to MASH. And so I was like, what's with MASH? So they talked to us,
my mom's coming.
yeah. And so they talked to us about what, you know, do you remember how much joy that program used to bring to your mother?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so she's talking to us about how just simple things like that to find happiness and gratitude and to find some peace.
Yeah, but I don't have a car anymore. I'm
But
just
even though we
living
have
and
all of
waiting.
these things going on around us, we can still find things to be happy and joyful about. And so your spirit guides and your mom are talking about finding those joyful things to bring just even a little bit of happiness inside of your heart and back into your life.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for calling.
Can I ask a quick question to Deb? Do you have any suggestions? Like, is it like once a day for D? Find something that just walk away, at least starting with one thing a day that just like you can look back and be like, that was nice. That was.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything and everything. You know, I tell people, you know, bad days and rough days and health concerns can be so scary. But I promise you, Dee, that if you find one thing to focus on, you know, just once an hour, set a little timer, even a little egg timer. Dings, it goes off. What are you grateful for? What is it that brings love and peace to your heart? What memory do you have that brings happiness to you? Because the more happiness you bring into your life and the more joy that you experience, the healthier you'll be. It's proven in science, it's proven in spirituality all over the world. Joy brings healing and peace and love. And so, any kind of happiness that we can bring into life, no matter how small it is, it can grow. Just a seed of love can grow into a big, huge, enormous ball of everlasting memories.
Thank you.
And
Yeah,
Dee,
you're welcome.
before you go, Dee, just know that I speaking for myself and the folks listening and watching, that we all care a great deal for you. And please, you're a beautiful person. Take care of yourself. It doesn't take much to do a shift like that, to get a little bit, start with a little bit more happiness and just keep building on it and building on it, because you deserve that. Okay. Just please take care of yourself.
Yeah. And I miss playing my sax and marching in the parades. And I retired years ago. And because I can't march. And my one band, it's a Sterling string band. When the virus hit, everything went south. The club closed down, and a lot of the members passed away. And it's just upsetting.
Absolutely. And I feel like that you keep going into that past. I know that that's a big part of it. Try to also think about the positive future. I need to keep moving on, but just know all of us here, we care about you. So please take care of yourself. Okay.
Yes. And I will send you a picture of me in one of my costumes.
That sounds great. Okay, Dee, thank you very much for the call. And yeah, thank you. And I just want to keep things moving because we have people on the line, and I want to make sure, and if we can get back to the comments, everyone deserves a chance for this. Let's go to Kim. Kim, how are you doing tonight?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You have a question for Deb?
I do, and I'm not sure how much I should say you're asking my question, but Deb can let me know. I'm wondering what you see with my dad and my brother's puppy dog just had puppies, like what the connection is there.
So your dad is passed and your brother is living?
Yes.
Okay. And so what the connection is with the dog having puppies?
Yeah.
And
They,
you're wondering
yeah. So
you're wondering is something brought by your dad?
yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And so understand that this is because it was never supposed to happen, correct? Like the pregnancy?
Yep.
Yeah. And so it's all puppies always bring joy. I just heard puppies always bring joy. And so when we have grief and we have a time of sorrow, the connection feels like it's very much on a date. A date is what I keep hearing. And yes, very much driven from father. You are correct on that. And he says there's always signs around you and you do know. He says you also feel him.
Yeah, absolutely. And you were so
Yeah.
spot on with the date. It was on July 4th. The puppies were 2 weeks early, and July 4th was like my dad's favorite holiday, America's birthday.
Yeah.
So they feel that there's one male puppy, and they feel that that puppy is like somehow like, I don't know how you say it, connect with my dad, like my dad's in that puppy or something. So they feel like they need to keep that puppy. Do you say anything with that?
They're meant to keep the puppy. The dad's not in the puppy, but the energy is very much there. And because human souls don't go into animal souls, but the energy
Yeah,
towards the puppy is very
yeah.
much there. And it's meant to bring closure, love, safety, and happiness. And so the answer is yes, keep the boy puppy. Are they gonna name it after him?
They sure already did. Yep.
Yeah. He's like after me. It's named after me.
Yep. Oh my gosh, I love you. You're awesome. Sorry. You're
That's okay.
amazing.
It's okay. We accept the love. We love love.
That
Well,
is great.
awesome.
All right, Kim. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much.
And I do wonder if Kim had any thoughts about maybe instead of having a puppy, maybe a mouse. Those seem to be in fashion these days. So let's see here. Nicole has a question. There's a lot of questions here, folks. So if I'm not getting to you, please don't take it personally. We would love to help everybody. And you can go to refinedivinepsychic.com. But Nicole says, my youngest son said that my dad visited one night. He told me he gave him something and pull a part of a chain out of his bed. I have no clue what this would have came from. Was it really something my dad gave him? I can't figure out why he would give him such a thing. So if I'm following correctly, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of read again. My youngest son said that my dad visited one night. He told me he gave him something and pulled out part of a chain. So he came to him in a dream, but he has the chain himself. Am I reading that correctly?
That's exactly what happened, Greg. When I look into the energy, he's saying yes. And literally he was moving my body. Yes, yes. Because we wanted to doubt that there was a physical item left. But it was. And a connection is what he keeps saying to me. The chain means connection because there's something with the family being split apart and not being as close as they once were, and something about bringing them back together. And so the child is 6. Can she answer? Is she still there?
Yeah, she's still here. She just says it's the craziest thing, but she just put that in the comments.
Yeah, yeah. Is he 6?
Is he 6, Nicole? Like I had to repeat it, like she couldn't. Yes, like because they can't hear you, they can only hear me. He's 6.
Yeah, yeah, it happened. Absolutely happened. And so he's your son's actually has a lot of gifts. Like wowie, wowie, wow. And so for us to actually physically receive items in our hands is truly a gift from God, a very gifted child. And I also receive gifts in my hands, and I have received them while I'm sleeping. And I don't know a lot of other psychic mediums that have that same thing happen. But he truly did have this happen, and it is absolutely yes. And your father's right here, and making me go yes again. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Wow. That's incredible. That's incredible. So Nicole, first of all, thank you for that. That is really, really pretty cool. Let's see. Nicole says that he's been reading since he was 2 at a very high level. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's really cool. Do we have time for one more here? Laura has been patiently waiting in the comments. This isn't the question she asked, but I wanted to put this part up. She said, my husband passed away 20 some years ago. It's our anniversary today. I just want to let you know we have about a minute and a half or something like that.
Okay, Laura, when I look into that energy, I just feel like there's so much love that comes from that. And there's a lot of funny times, very funny man. I get like a lot of laughter and a lot of joking around from his energy. He says that there used to be a gifts given, but they were also kind of like pranky gifts. Like I feel like it's like a broom for a birthday present or like something like ha ha ha, like not even really like a diamond for a birthday, but it would be like, oh, here's a vacuum that you wanted, or something along these lines, like a real jokester.
Wow. How cool. Laura, I'm sorry that your husband passed away 20 years ago, but I'm hoping that this little message helps your day very much so. And once again, as we wrap up here, this is just a sampling of everything here. Okay. So if you want a full reading, and I do ask that if you can do so, please do so, because Deb is giving her time to do this, and it's past her bedtime, just so you all know. So it truly is. So, and she's spending a lot of time with all of you. So please consider going out to refinedivinepsychic.com, see what is available there for that, what fits you. If you have any questions, reach out to her. Also, same with Facebook, Refined Divine on Facebook. It's well worth it. A lot of happy people who have been with her. She's going to be back with us. It's actually going to be Tuesday, the 20th, because AM 950 is running the Democratic National Convention on Wednesday and Thursday. So just so everyone knows, it's going to be Tuesday. Deb, thank you so much. How awesome.
Yeah. Thanks so much, guys.
Love having you on. This is it for me live for the rest of the week. We'll be back Monday. Everyone, take care.